En we gaan dan naar het volgende onderdeel voor vandaag. En dat is een gesprek met de Israëlische ambassadeur voor Suriname. De niet-residerende Israëlische ambassadeur in Suriname. En dat is Bardov. Mr. Bardov, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
You're not in Suriname at the moment. You were in Suriname. And today we're going to discuss the donation that Israel made to Suriname. But before we do that, for the people of Suriname that don't know you, it's always nice if they know who the person is, what you're like, you know. So tell us a little bit about yourself. Who is Ambassadeur Bardov?
Well, thank you. And again, it's a pleasure being here with you. So yes, my name is Bardov. I'm actually the ambassador of Israel to Panama, and I also cover Suriname. And I visited Suriname about 8 months ago to present my credentials. Had a wonderful, wonderful visit. Really, I have to tell you, I was amazed by what I saw in Suriname. Such a beautiful country and wonderful people. I had a great meetings with President Santoki and with Foreign Minister Ramdin and other officials. I'm married. I have 3 kids, and it's a pleasure being here. Thank you very much for having me.
Okay, Mr. Ambassador, we have a donation that Israel made to Suriname today, or at least Suriname accepted it today, and that is for NCCR in Suriname. And Israel donated boats and motors.
And tents and other kind of equipment as well, yes.
Okay, can you tell us a little bit about this donation?
Well, this actually came up when Foreign Minister Ramdin was in Israel, and we heard about the terrible floodings in Suriname. And this is only part of a big package that we are hoping to advance between Israel and Suriname. There are many, many fields of cooperation and of technologies where Israel can really help Suriname and vice versa. But it's part of our commitment to strengthen bilateral relations between Israel and Suriname. And when Foreign Minister Ramdin mentioned this during his visit in Israel, we immediately said that we would want to help the people of Suriname in this time of crisis. We consulted with the officials in Suriname what is needed, and that is what they said, that they need boats for access, tents for the people. Everything that we got was in consultation with the Suriname emergency officials of what was needed. And this was also done, and I need to mention also our honorary consul in Suriname, Jules Fernandez, who was also a very big help for me in arranging this donation.
Okay, and this donation, is it a request that Suriname did, or just because Mr. Ramdin mentioned it during his visit? How did that go?
It wasn't an official request. Foreign Minister Ramdin did mention it, but we immediately said that we would like to assist. We have an international aid agency called Mashav that it really helps many, many countries around the world and does a lot of things, including emergency crises such as this. And we immediately said that we would be more than happy to assist Suriname, who we see as a very friendly and close country to the state of Israel.
And the goods that were donated, do you know what the value is that it represents?
It's a few tens of thousands of dollars of values, but I have to say it's only a beginning. It's a partial package. We are doing many things with Suriname, including trainings in different areas. We had a few Surinamese officials who came to Israel to train in how to combat, how to assist children who come from, difficult areas. And also we are doing a lot of stuff in security, education, technologies, agriculture, water. So this is just one step out of many phases of cooperation between Israel and Suriname.
And about the relationship between Suriname and Israel, what can you say about that? How long do we have relations, these two countries? Are they very good relations? Have they always been this good? Or are they just now getting better?
Well, we've had relations for tens of years now, from the 60s. We've had good relations. But I think that right now what we're witnessing is a big step forward from both sides, from Suriname and from Israel, to really try and make this relationship into something much more tangible that will be for the benefit of the peoples of both countries. So there's a big effort from our side to really strengthen ties with Suriname. And this is just one example, and there's going to be a lot of examples in the near future.
I had one other topic, and that's about the embassy that Suriname was about to open in Jerusalem. Suriname announced, or our foreign minister announced, that it will open an embassy in Jerusalem, and that was worldwide news. And he came back to Suriname, and the parliament was not very happy about that. What are your views on this?
Well, I just want to say, first of all, there are already quite a few countries who have embassies in Jerusalem, the United States, Guatemala, Honduras, and others. But also, and I have to say, my very good friend, Ambassador Stefanos Nortzi, who is the incoming ambassador of Suriname to Israel, was with us in Israel, in Jerusalem. I heard about what was going on in the parliament, and I have to say there shouldn't be any cause of concern from the Suriname side, because first of all, what we are talking about is like a flat, a two-room apartment in western part of Jerusalem. This is a part of Jerusalem that in any agreement, it's agreed even by any international organization, by the Palestinians, western part of Jerusalem will be part of Israel in the future. There is a debate about the eastern part of Jerusalem, but that is something that is not relevant to this issue, because that is not where the embassy is planned to be. Secondly, it is logical for Suriname, and Suriname does need to think about its own interests. It is very logical for Suriname to have the embassy in Jerusalem where all the governmental offices are, instead of having the ambassador travel 3-4 times a week from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem. Costs money, takes time. He is very close to all the governmental offices, and it will be much easier for him to work in Jerusalem. And thirdly, Israel can recognize or feels, it feels obliged to also take into consideration countries that take a step like this, show a friendly step of opening an embassy in Jerusalem. We definitely take that into consideration when we come and say, hey, what can we do for Suriname as well? So this will be a big step for strengthening the ties between both countries, and it will only benefit the people of Suriname. It will really only benefit them. So I would say it's a really it's in the interest of Suriname, and it's and I hope that it does happen.
And you say it's in the interest of Suriname, and there shouldn't be any concern. But in the meantime, the Surinamese parliament told Mr. Ramdin, you can't open it there. So did Mr. Ramdin tell you or the Israeli government, I'm backing out of this?
First of all, I don't want to get involved into inner politics of Suriname, but I can tell you, I was with Mr. Ramdin in Israel, and I was deeply impressed about how hard he is working for the interests of Suriname. That is what interests him. He wants to improve Suriname's economy. He wants to bring modern, advances to Suriname. Really, I was very impressed about it. It was his visit. It was meetings from the morning till the evening, and just really focusing on all the benefits that Israel can bring for Suriname. I haven't gotten any official announcement saying that they're not going to open the embassy in Jerusalem. I hope we don't get that, but I'm not going to get involved in inner politics of Suriname. That is something that I leave for the politicians of Suriname. But I just want to say, as an Israeli ambassador, that this will really be a good step for Suriname to open an embassy in Jerusalem, and it will be a good step for Israel as well, and for the relations between both countries.
Okay, I understand what you're saying, but if you get a letter from the Surinamese government, from Mr. Ramdin, stating that they can't open an embassy in Jerusalem, will that be a problem? Or
we'll be disappointed, but it won't affect our will to continue strengthening bilateral relations. There's Israel and Suriname share common values. And I think we have a really deep commitment from the Israeli side and the Surinamese side to continue improving these relations. We will be disappointed, of course, but I cannot say that this is going to affect the course of the relations between both countries.
Okay, so there's no formal letter, but as far as you're concerned, or the Israeli government, the embassy is still to open in Jerusalem.
Well, yes, we're still hoping that is going to happen. Yes.
Okay, Mr. Ambassador, I'll leave it at this. But I do want to give you the opportunity to speak to the Surinamese people or the Israeli people here in Suriname. Do you have a closing remark?
I have to tell you, really, I was really impressed by the Surinamese people during my first visit to Suriname. One of the things we are working on is to create touristic visits from Israel to Suriname and from Suriname to Israel. That is something we're looking into. So I just want to tell all the Surinamese people, you are our friends, you are our family. Come to Israel, visit Israel. You will be greeted with open hugs and warm and as warmly as possible. And I'm looking forward really to just continuing on this path of strengthening the relations between Israel and Suriname.
Thank you, Mr. Ambassador.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure.
You're welcome.
En dat was dus de Israëlische ambassadeur, de niet-residerende Israëlische ambassadeur voor Suriname. Hij is nu in Israël en wij spraken hem over de donatie die vandaag gedaan is aan Suriname, aan het NCCR, om specifiek te zijn in de vorm van boten, motoren, etc. Als gevolg van de overstromingen die in het binnenland hebben plaatsgevonden.